Okay, lettuce heads, this was totally unexpected. I just received the Gardyn 3.0 version, and I want to thank Gardyn for reaching out to me. This video is sponsored. We're gonna unbox it together. You can see it has all of these numbers. Remove me 1, remove me 2, remove me 3. I'm gonna pull all the paperwork out first. These little manuals are something that you're probably gonna keep around for a while. And a plant food usage sheet and veg bloom tap or hard. I actually use well water and I have a softener and everything still grows. So it is what it is. There's a little drawstring bag. Looks like these are caps. I absolutely love systems that come with caps because if you're not gonna be doing all of your holes or planting everything, it protects and covers those holes from getting algae inside. Little plugs. I think those, from what I've seen, those are now replacing the screws. There's some kind of a little bracket, a scooper for your food, more little pieces. This little cup is for when you're pulling. I'm gonna call them nut cups. You guys are they're gonna be nut cups. I know they're Y cups, but this girl has been saying nut cup for 2 years. When you're pulling your plant out, I guess you can just stick it in this so it doesn't drip all over the place. Number 1. Okay, so here's one of the pipes. Oh, they come apart, so be careful. This is, to me, very similar to maybe a DIY where people are making them out of PVC piping. Oh, I have parts falling off all over. This is why when I asked Gardyn if it was Gardyn or Gardyn, because I wanted to make sure I had the right pronunciation. It is Gardyn, and the Y is there because of these Y shaped and because they call it a Y cup. And so that's where the Y comes from, but it is Gardyn. Number 2, this is very, very well packaged. And it came all in one box. It says it's our light bars. One big major difference with the Gardyn versus my other units. These have cameras. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about that. There is 1 camera per light bar. That is for the app that they have, which is another thing. It has an app. Nothing else that I have used had anything like that before. This one has the camera right at the end. All of my other systems are really indoor gardening. It's gardening, you learn how to garden, there's no app to tell you what you're doing. Remove number 3, and I found these. We'll save that for last. There's so much cardboard in here. Now I am to the other pipes. This Gardyn will now be in the background of all the videos with all my other ones. And at some point, I might need a bigger grow room. If you guys think I need a bigger grow room and I need to move my setup somewhere else in the house, let me know in the comments below. Is this fun? Okay, this actually says power supply on it. It is the size of my head. It looks like it still has just a standard plug on the end, which I'm so thankful for that. You guys can see it's just a regular plug. So many of these systems, all of the tabletop ones, they all have the big box plugs, which means you can only plug 1 into the wall. And if you have a power strip, all those boxes don't fit together. These are the Y pods, AKA net cups. One thing with these is, from what I know, the water cycle is not the same as what the other ones are. So it's gonna collect water in the base of this, and then your roots are just gonna sit in the water. The water cycle is not like my other units where it's 15 minutes on, 45 minutes off. I think this only cycles twice a day. We'll find out. Upper structure, believe these are where my lights are gonna attach to. Here's the tub. Now we can see a significant difference already in the size of this tub from my other large units. So we're gonna probably say it's between your tabletop units, which are right around in this level, to double that, but obviously not as big as the huge, I don't know, I always forget, 14, 16 gallon suckers behind me. This is my base, and you can see this pretty wood color. I think that's it. I did already upload my app, so we're good to go. Gently, gently, Angie, gently. There are little arrows right here. We're gonna lock those arrows in, and then it says to turn it. We're gonna wanna pull this out the bottom. And once we pull it out the bottom, then I can see inside that it's nice and straight. I am very much one of those people that really just looks at pictures. Quite the pump system. I'm gonna put this here. There is a plug right here that is made just for transporting it. I think mine, this is supposed to be sticking up, and mine was already in the downward position. We're gonna start with the middle one because that's what they told us to do. And we're gonna take that plug that was right up underneath there, and we're gonna hook it onto this little hole inside to the front. Hook it and turn. Easy enough. The right bar is the camera on top. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at this. We're gonna slide it over, and we're gonna get that to go. Okay, now we're up on the top, and we're gonna grab this metal bracket, these two little plastic pieces, and this little metal piece, hole down. These are gonna go inside here, and this is gonna help us line it all up. So we can get this little metal piece to slide in. For these little plugs, the little rubber stoppers that they changed out the screws for these instead. So we're gonna put one right there. We're gonna put one right here, one right here. In the instructions, it actually shows that little plastic piece, and it says to put it on the side with the hole. Let's put the plastic part right there first. There's my learn from Angie. Put this plastic cap on here first. There we go. Now I got it. And I know you may be wondering still about these and what came in the seed kit. If you've seen any of my other videos, then you know I like to plant my own seeds. But if you haven't seen any of my other videos, take this second to subscribe to the channel and keep following this journey with me. This is what are their seeds. They also have a monthly subscription membership where you will get one of these every single month. Also with these cubes, it is rock wool. You guys know how I feel about rock wool. I can't stand rock wool. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't like it. It gets too wet. It turns algae very, very quickly, and I absolutely love my rapid rooters. Rapid rooters are a peat moss base. They work with any seeds. It's almost like having a soil in your indoor garden. It looks like this, and it has a little hole in it that you can put your seeds in. They fit into any 2-inch net cup. Going forward, can I squish this in here, and can we go to the rapid rooters? That is something I'm gonna be checking on in the future, but I am gonna give these a try. Most plants can live with the same pH levels. Other plants like different ECs. Lettuces are gonna like a really low EC, or that electrical conductivity nutrient testing in the water, where other plants are gonna like a higher EC, like your tomatoes. This mix is really a whole bunch of wild thyme, watercress, there's a green lettuce, cilantro, but then there's also cherry tomatoes, kale, and oregano. Very different variety of plants, and they all want a different nutrient level. But if I'm brand new to garden and I get this kit and I've never done any gardening before, I get this and I pop them all in. That's what we're gonna do. All right, as you can see, it is plugged on. It says to wait for your lights to flash 3 times, and then you have to go through the process of going to your settings, finding your Wi-Fi. I want to thank Gardyn for sending this to me, reaching out to me, and trusting my opinion. Of course, they agreed to let me be as open and honest with my experience. There is a link down in the description, and if you're interested in a garden for yourself, go ahead and click that link and it should give you a $100 off coupon. If it does not fill in that coupon, use Angie 100. I wanted to add one more thing for this video. I don't know how much control I really want the app to have. I want to garden like I have been back here and really do it myself. I don't really need the app, but some of you may. We're gonna keep tracking this for several months and I will let you know, and I'm sure I'm gonna come back and tell you all of my tips and tricks that I have learned. Make sure you check out these other videos over here for more indoor gardening, and we'll see you over there.